Chrissy here with PopCultureMadness.com and ConcertBlogger.com. Could you introduce yourself to our site visitors, please?
My name is Kyle, and I play guitar for The Sword, and we're at Rockin' the Range here, 2013. Good times.
Great. So, how are you enjoying the day so far? It's been pretty crazy out there.
Yeah. Honestly, this is one of the best run festivals I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that to blow smoke up people's ass. It's been great. I haven't had anything to complain about all day. It's good, great bands, good people. It's a lot of fun.
That's good. So, are there any bands that you were looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, I'm really. We're only here for a day. I wish I could see all 3 days, but today we're on the Smashing Pumpkins headlining set, so I'm really excited about that one. And who else played today? Well, us and Clutch are on tour right now, so it was cool for us to go headline the Jaeger stage or whatever. And it was that's about it, really. I mean, I've been running around doing so many interviews and stuff. I couldn't see a lot more bands, but that's all right. It's part of the job.
Hey, we appreciate it. So you guys are still touring behind Apocryphon, and are you guys working on any new material?
No. I mean, individually, yes, but we're collectively, no. The way it goes is kind of like, well, make an album and tour for a year and a half. I mean, we're booked up through New Year's right now. I'm solid. So, I mean, we've got a lot on our plate right now. But we usually take all that year and a half's worth of traveling around the world and inspiration and all the people you meet and everything. And that's kind of what the resulting music ends up reflecting, I guess is how you could say it. So, we're in the middle of our inspiration phase right now. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, that definitely makes sense. So, I mean, with 4 albums under your belt, how hard is it for you guys to put together a set list every night?
I mean, it's one thing if you get an hour and a half, but when you got 30 minutes to play, it's like, damn, okay, sometimes people just don't get to hear what they want to hear after a certain point, maybe that's what keeps people coming back to the headliner shows, because we come through Columbus all the time, and it's just really cool to be a part of something like this, because we've never done anything like this in Columbus before, so it's good.
So are you guys ever surprised, like you go through an album and you pick the singles and, what you guys choose or what the label chooses. Are you ever surprised by which songs fans tend to gravitate towards more?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, the only way to do it really is to road test them. You know what I mean? We try to do that before we go record. Like every time it's time to make an album, we try to book like a week's worth of really, really small club shows, then just play a whole lot of the new music live. And that way it's like people that, are into that get to see the new stuff. People that are, just want to hear the old stuff get a little disappointed. But it's cool to see how people react to the new songs that they've never heard before, and that's kind of helps us get a gauge of maybe what the people are gonna respond to once the album comes out. But yes, I always am a little surprised. I'm like, damn, they like that one. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, now with this uprise of social media, we have like that instantaneous feedback, and how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, it's just like anything. It's got its pros and its cons. It's just the ever-changing landscape of the human race, really. I mean, it's just part of, when you think about 400 years ago, none of us even all spoke, anything close to the language we speak now. So, I mean, it's just like literally in the last 10 years, like, stuff is just advancing so fast and stuff. It'll be interesting to see where it goes, like, in the next 50 years. Because, I mean, rock and roll has only existed, really, for, like, 50 years. So, it's a very minute amount of time compared to how long, a lot of other things have been around. So, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
Given that, where would you like to see it go?
I don't know, really. I'm just excited to see what happens. I mean, it seems like every 10 years there's a handful of bands that pop up that really stand out among the crowd, and it's, I don't know, I ended up listening to a lot of other different kinds of music just because, like, you're on so many like metal tours or whatever, or rock, tours and stuff that you get kind of tired of hearing guitars, you know what I mean, and stuff. So yeah, I ended up listening to a lot more like electronic music and stuff lately. So, and there's a plethora of that I've never heard before. So that's kind of something that's fun to dive into and discover stuff. But I don't know. It's just, we'll see where rock and roll goes. We're holding down our end. So that's all I can say.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I say. People that say rock and roll is dead obviously have not come out to festivals here like Rock on the Range and these places. I'm like, no, they are here in droves. Believe me.
It sold out 3 days, right? Is that the deal? I mean, sold out yesterday, sold out today. I don't know. We'll see about tomorrow. But I mean, that's 35,000 people a day. That's crazy. It's rock and roll's alive and well. Yeah.
So personally, I look at music as a universal language that we can all speak and understand. Is there anything in particular you hope your music will say to listeners? It's a little heavy question. But
No, I mean, we're a very positive group of people. We try not to, I mean, some of our songs might be about some darker subjects, but we just want people to have a good time with their, life and not just take everything so seriously. Maybe they can escape for a little bit through our music and just come to the show and have a good time, It's just all we're trying to do.
I mean, I'm sure it's just as therapeutic for you guys, as bands when you're during the creative as it is for the fans that listen to it also.
Yeah, people don't realize a lot of the time that, playing the show is literally the smallest part of your day. And it is the most rewarding, but it's rewarding because you have to put up with so much really just kind of bullshit. I guess there's no other way to put it to even get to the point where you're playing the show. So it's really that the show itself that's what we look forward to every day, So yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about a lot of the literary references that are in your music?
Yeah, I mean we're all very well read, I guess, but I'm not the lyricist, so I'd hate to speak on his behalf. But we all read a lot, and that's kind of another. I mean, we all play a lot of video games. We all read a lot of comics. We all I don't know, film buffs, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like another part of. Like I said, the inspiration process is when you take that year and a half and watch some new movies that you haven't seen before, read some books, play some crazy games you haven't played before, and go travel the world and hang out with some people you would never normally hang out with otherwise. And just when you turn on that faucet in your brain when it's time to let the juices flow, just see what comes out. Nothing's gonna come out that's any good if you don't put anything into it.
Yeah, that's very true. So what are your plans for after Rock on the Range?
Well, we are on tour with Clutch for about another 10 days. After that, we head to Europe for about a month and a half with those guys, too. We're playing a lot of the same festivals and stuff. And, I mean, literally, we're just going to be on tour until New Year's. Literally, that's the plan. We're hitting South America, hopefully Australia, New Zealand, Japan, America. Canada is coming up pretty soon, so I mean, it's a big planet, but we're doing the best we can to cover as much as we can. Yeah.
That's great. Well, we certainly look forward to it, and you guys are definitely going to be busy for the rest of the year. So thank you so much for joining me for a few minutes.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Cheers. Of course.